Alright YouTube, back again. This is actually made prior to starting my YouTube channel, starting the project I'm actually wanting to do. But this has been sitting in my backyard for a while, and my wife's kind of tired of it sitting there, and I don't blame her. So since I got that building bought, I'm going to go ahead and take it over there today. Just thought I would do just a quick review on it. I do have some big plans for this car. It is not for sale. Nothing I have is for sale at this time. If I ever do put it for sale, I might put it on YouTube first. But anyway, what you're looking at here is a 1968 Chevelle wagon. It's actually considered a Nomad, custom, and obviously it's a four-door. I don't think you can get these two-door. Maybe you can. I never really looked into it. I suppose you could. The damage you're seeing was actually caused from trees. This thing was sitting in a field in a hedgerow from about 1986 until about 3 or 4 years ago. I bought it about 3 years ago, and the guy tried to beat some of the dents out of it. It actually had, you kind of see that, it was a little dark, but anyway, actually the tree grew up there and got a hold of that. Brace pushed it up, and I was told it may have tore the rear bumper off. It may not have. I don't know, depends on how rusty it was, I suppose. Of course, you got this side too. This is the bad side, and the reason I say that is because on your standard Chevelles 2 and 4 door, the fuel tank's underneath the, it's underneath the trunk, and it fuel it up from underneath the license plate, kind of the same way you do the old Malibus like I have. Well, anyway, the El Camino still has the fuel tank underneath, but it comes out the side on the same quarter about halfway up. If you notice, this lid's way up high. There's a reason for that. These have there's actually a compartment underneath. It kind of looks like a fuel tank there, but that's not a fuel tank. If you open the back up, I'm not going to do that. There's actually a compartment underneath there that opens up, and it's for storage or whatever else. And so that means the fuel tank is actually here, right behind where this is smashed in real good. Nobody repops these, so I'm going to either have to make one or fix it. I don't know yet. But anyway, this is original V8 car. I also got this fender too. You had to cut the trees down to get the car out. I may not have said that. Maybe I did. I don't know. Anyway, this is originally a 307 Power Glide car. It is optioned as it had of course drum brakes. They're non-power. It has no power steering, but it is an AC car, factory AC. Car's dirty, still has the rat crap in it. I never did clean it out, but anyway, it's missing the other sides over there. You can see it there next to the door. You can see the vent. This car, of course, is rough, but this is something that I found interesting. That dash pad is absolutely not cracked anywhere, and this car has not been indoors for at least 30 years. And like I said, there's not much options there. Just dummy lights, speedometer, and that's about it. But it is a factory AC car, like I said. Man, turn to center, one on that side. The glove box is there. It doesn't look too good. Maybe it's salvageable, maybe it's not. Anyway, the car's rough, but decent enough to. Let me jump down. Sorry about the camera. Anyway, it's on my car trailer. You've seen that earlier, so it's kind of a mess. But anyway, all the windows are intact. These actually roll down. I've had this open. Tailgate opens without any trouble. He did throw in a set of doors off a 4-door car. I don't know if the rear doors are the same. Watching Roadkill, little plug there, I guess. They tried it on a Buick wagon, and from a 4-door, they were not the same. I have not really checked to see. This door is repairable anyway. Both the driver and passenger doors are pretty rough. So I may either have to, whatever. I did just give it a bath because it had the black moss, mold, whatever you want to call it, all over it. I'm not going to open the hood. It's not worth seeing. It's missing a head on one side, clear full of rat crap on top of the motor. But anyway, I have plans for this car. I've got a real slow start on it. I was expecting to have this done, but other projects always come into play long before Now it's my 52 MG. It's actually reproduction. My dad built this in '86 on a full square tube frame. Got a Ford 4-cylinder and a 4-speed. Beautiful car. We drive it. My wife and I take out quite a bit. I usually allow kids to use it for prom and stuff if they're around this area. And then can drive a stick. I'm not teaching them how to drive a stick. It's not my job. Anyway, back to what this thing is. This is, I'm going to tell you, the power plant that's going to be in it is not what everybody else would use. There's probably going to be a lot of haters out there. I'm sorry. But it is going to be Chevrolet powered. It's not getting a Vega motor or nothing, but it's also not going to have a blower sticking out of the hood. So I have plans for this specifically to do something. So we'll just kind of have to stay tuned on this one. This will be a couple years down the road, probably before I get to it, maybe a year. The first priority, which if you've been watching my channel at all, you know that was where I started. Right now it's going to be moved, so I put the car trailer back here. I'm going to do some video on it tomorrow, but it'll actually be the first of the series of videos I make. I'll get into more of that, but this one's going to be a fun project. I saved it. The only other guy who wanted it just wanted the AC dash and some of the other components, and he was really going to take it down and have it crushed, and there's no way I could allow that to happen. I didn't pay all that much for it. I did have to get a title for it. I managed to get a Kansas antique title for it. The more the car does not look like it has been touched, the easier it is to get a title for something that's over 35 years old. You have to have bill of sale, of course, which the guy I got it from I work with, that wasn't a big deal. He's a Chevelle guy. He's got a bunch of them, and he finds them just word of mouth and stuff. But anyway, this car came from Oklahoma. I don't know where he got it from, and I didn't ask him. It's not a big deal, but as you can see, 1986. So what happens is in Oklahoma, the tag stays with the car, and if the taxes are paid up the way I understand it, like this was June of '86, for instance. If it was 2017 like it is now, if it was paid up until June and you sold the car yesterday, tomorrow, today, doesn't make any difference. You don't have to pay taxes on it for that 2 months. Kansas, no. You'll get it. Every time you buy something, you get hosed. There's no other words for it. But anyway, it's an antique ties. It doesn't cost all that much. It's insured even. I've had it tagged and insured 3 years, but it doesn't cost all that much. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick review on this car. Again, it is not for sale. Nothing I have is for sale. If I ever do put it up, if anybody asks and it happens to be close, I might post it or whatever, but I like the stuff I have. I'm a Chevrolet guy. I got a lot of them, but anyway, we'll do more on this car later. Till then.